You're a foreign language teacher and you'd like to try a different approach to get your students actively involved in their language learning journey. I'm here to give you some tips and hints how you can use drama in your classroom to help your students learn the skills of reading, writing, speaking, and listening. This way, you can really help them to actively get involved in the learning process. My name is Colleen, and I'm a drama educator. Word association is a great way to start your lesson and ease your students into word production. To help me illustrate that, I have two helpers today, Leonie and Piet. Would you like to join me, guys? Thanks so much for being here. So, the way it works, students form a circle in the classroom. Student 1 would shout out a word like, for example, tree. Then the next student at random would then shout out another word which they associate with tree. So Piet, if I say to you tree, what do you think of?
Branch.
Perfect. So what does branch make you think of?
Leaf.
Leaf. So then I say leaf, leaf, leaf. Flower.
Bee. Honey.
Honey. Toast.
Toaster. Energy.
Perfect. So that's the way it works. For a really cool variation to this game involving numbers, please click on the link below and you'll find other tips to all the games there. This game called I Am helps students to extend their language production slightly further. Once again, students form a circle in the classroom. One student would step into the circle saying, I am, with a noun attached to it. For example, I am a house. It's important that they also make a physical gesture to the word. The next student would then add on to this picture something that relates to I am a house, also saying, I am. Piet, maybe it's better if you show us how we can carry on with this game. So I would say, I'm a house.
I'm a sofa.
I'm the person sitting on the sofa.
Fantastic. And so it carries on. You might have a dog in front of the person sitting on a sofa. You might have a dad stroking the dog. So the game carries on until you have at least 8 to 10 people, and then you can start another round with other students. The next game asks pupils to get into statues or frozen images like a photograph. You can prepare slips beforehand with adjectives and verbs. I've prepared some before for you and you find them in the link below. Print those out and you can give them to your students. So the students decide on a situation beforehand where they might use these slips. So we have here shout and angry. Leonie, can you think of a role that you could play where you shout and you're angry?
I'm the mom.
The mom, very good. There you go. Piet, you've got bored and sitting.
Then I'm the son.
Of course you are. There you go. You might also want to think about why. Yeah, why are you shouting? But we'll look at that a little bit later. So take a seat, Piet. You're bored, disinterested, sitting down, son. Leonie, assume the position of an angry mother. That's nice. I like the finger and the face. It's very important that the students really show the adjectives and the verbs in their bodies. The other students that are watching can make notes about what they observe. It might not have to include these adjectives, but they just write down what they see. And later, this can be used in a writing exercise. A nice extension of this game would be to create a comic strip. Let me grab that, guys. Why don't you go into your old positions that you had, the angry mother and the bored son. Now, one of the pupils that are watching can step up, put their hand on the shoulder of one of the characters and speak like a speech bubble in a comic, the thoughts or the words of this character. For example, why did you play so many video games this afternoon? Someone else might get up out of the circle, put their hand on another character and say, "Oh, Mom, why are you shouting at me again?" And so you can do that with all the other characters that are in the picture. A really fun game I love to play when finishing up a language lesson is human memory. Now you might know the original game, but this one's slightly different. Two pupils leave the room. They are the memory players. The other students form pairs. They each get an adjective, each pair. One of the students will say the adjective in the game. Another student will show the adjective. For example, angry. The memory players now enter the room. Beforehand, the adjectives have been divided to one side of the room and the statues to the other side of the room. The play now begins. Each player has a turn to choose which person could potentially fit with an adjective, statue and adjective. If they're able to connect the two, they get a point. The other person then gets a turn, and so the game carries on until all the pairs have been found. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like down below. Other videos on theatre and education you can find on the channel of LVTS. Thank you so much for joining us. Till next time.